The meeting is called to order. Is there a motion to approve electronic participation by school board members?
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Poe, Mrs. Lowry, could you please call the roll, Madam Clerk?
Mr. Aline,
Yes.
Mrs. Laurie,
Yes.
Dr. Gupta,
Yes.
Mr. DePaul.
Yes.
Dr. Farmer,
Yes.
Mr. Poe.
Yes.
Motion passes.
I think Mr. Barron can come and join us. Next is Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Poe. Thank you, Mr. Paul. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion.
Mrs. Lowry?
Second.
Mr. Aline? Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Aline,
Yes.
Mrs. Laurie,
Yes.
Dr. Gupta,
Yes.
Mr. DePaul. Dr. Farmer,
Yes.
Mr. Poe,
Yes.
Mr. Connor. It's not on. Motion passes.
Thank you.
Let's hope town.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you. Next one is special recognition, 2026 Excellence in Science. Dr. Majid.
All right, good evening, everyone. At this time, I'd like Dawn Wise from the Education Foundation to come forward and give her presentation.
Thank you. Chairperson Gupta, Vice Chair Connor, and school board members, good evening. My name is Dawn Wise, and I'm the Executive Director of the Lynchburg City Schools Education Foundation. And I'm so excited to be here to announce the 2026 Lynchburg City Schools Excellence in Science Scholarship recipient. To share a little history about the Excellence Scholarship, in the fall of 2013, Dr. Charles Pryor and his family announced their initial funding of a scholarship to be awarded to an outstanding senior interested in entering an engineering-related field of study. And 13 years later, this scholarship continues today and has been expanded to include the broader science fields and lives at the LCS Education Foundation, a separate nonprofit entity, as its fiscal agent. Charlie has always had a hope that the winner of this scholarship would go on to do great things in science or engineering, but ultimately would bring those talents back to Lynchburg, helping to continue to make our town a leader in science and engineering-related industries. And much of the reason our community is at the forefront of the science and engineering field is thanks to our other long-standing sponsor of this scholarship, BWX Technologies, who has been the lead sponsor for the past 7 years and who shares and embraces Charlie's vision for our city, our students, and our workforce. We applaud BWXT, Charlie and Mary Jane Pryor, and the third sponsor, Sharon Ainsley, who continue to support this scholarship every year in the amount of $16,000. This scholarship is awarded to a graduating senior who demonstrates exceptional achievement in science and engineering through academic excellence, passion for the field, meaningful engagement in STEM opportunities, and a strong vision for their future. From this scoring process, the top finalists are determined and complete an in-person interview with a scholarship selection committee to determine the winner. So, who best meets the profile of an Excellence in Science scholarship recipient? This year's recipient is an outstanding graduating senior from EC Glass High School and the Lynchburg Regional Governor's STEM Academy, and I believe it's our first one from them, whose passion for medicine, service, and helping others has shaped nearly every aspect of his high school career. In addition to excelling academically in one of the division's most rigorous programs, he has distinguished himself as a leader among his peers, serving as vice president of both the National Honor Society and the Spanish Club, while also captaining the EC Glass cross-country team. But what truly set this finalist apart was not simply his impressive resume, grades, or accomplishments. It was the heart behind them. Through multiple hospital internships, physicians shadowing experiences, and more than 100 combined hours spent observing doctors and nurses at Lynchburg General Hospital in Ortho, Virginia, he pursued every opportunity possible to better understand what it truly means to care for people. But even more powerful than the experiences themselves was the reason behind them. He spoke movingly about immigrating. See, I'm going to cry. He spoke movingly about immigrating to the United States from Brazil at just 10 years old, and the gratitude he feels for the opportunities and support he has received here. opportunities he understands not every child or family has access to. He explained that his dream is not simply to become an orthopedic surgeon, but eventually to return to Brazil and help underserved communities who lack access to medical care. The committee was also deeply moved by his compassion and empathy. Having lived in 4 different countries, he spoke honestly about watching his own family struggle at times with language barriers and feeling different, and how those experiences inspired him to become a leader who helped others feel seen, welcomed, and valued. He explained that he wanted students to know their diversity should not be something to be ashamed of. What stood out was not just his passion for medicine, but his passion for people, for his heritage, for learning from others, and especially for his family. He spoke He spoke so sincerely about wanting to remain close to them as he chose a college and planned his future. And there was something incredibly grounding and genuine about the way he talked about the people who shaped him into what he was today. And now for the funny part. And one other note about this incredible young man's character. After the interview process was over and his award letter had gone out, something happened that truly stayed with me. Within like 10 minutes, he picked up the phone and called me. Not emailed, not texted, called me on our landline. And ever since then, he himself has checked in consistently, week after week, making sure we did not need anything else from him so that he could arrive here today fully prepared and ready to represent the scholarship so well. It reminded me that while this scholarship recognizes excellence in science, what we are really recognizing is excellence in character. And I will say this, if I ever need an orthopedic surgeon someday, which feels increasingly likely, I sincerely hope he's the one walking into the operating room, because I have no doubt that he will not only become an exceptional physician, but the kind of doctor people remember for the way he cared for them when they needed it most. This year's recipient embodies the very essence of what this scholarship was designed to honor. It is indeed my privilege to announce the 2026 Lynchburg City Schools Excellence in Science Scholarship recipient, Enzo Wagner-Zekin.
I just want to say thank you to all you guys for making this possible. I want to say thank you to Ms. Wise. She's been great. And thank you to the Lynchburg City Schools Education Foundation. I also want to say thank you to all my supporters, my mom, my dad, my sister, even though she can be a little annoying. I also wanted to say thank you to Ms. Cash from the Accelerate STEM Academy. She's been so helpful in these last 2 years with me deciding and trying to figure out how all this college process stuff works. She's been great. And then I also wanted to thank all my friends who have just stuck with me and supported me these couple of years. So yeah, thank you.
Can
Could
you
your
have
parents join you?
Have them stand?
Do we go?
We'll take a picture here, you can come in. Oh, okay. We'll take a picture. Your parents can join?
Yes, your family can join you.
Right here, 1, 2, 3. Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Congratulations.
That's for Enzo.
It's a great achievement. Next one is National History Day, Dr. Mijay.
Yes, no, thank you. Congratulations again. For National History Day, Mrs. Courtney Bennett is going to come forward to recognize our students.
Hello, good evening, everyone. I'm Courtney Bennett. I am the instructional supervisor for literacy and for social studies, and I am here to congratulate and honor some students that worked very, very hard this year, especially the second semester for History Day. So just a little background. The History Day contest that they have participated in is designed to help students think about a topic from an aspect of either local, regional, national, or world history. With the focus, the students can begin to ask questions that research has to help answer. So, and they include the topic of history. This year's theme was Revolution, Reaction, Reform in History. And it coincides with the commemoration of the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. If you go back the slide, we can see there it is, yes. So the theme's distinction among the revolutions, reactions, and reform are sometimes blurred. The revolution and reforms are often reactions to ideas, actions, or events. In turn, revolutions and reforms inspire reactions. Think of it kind of as a domino effect. Knocks one down, which knocks the next one down, and so on and so forth. So the National History Day, if you'll go to the next slide now, for competition that happens every year, there are different levels. Each year, students around the world discover history through the National History Day by creating the historical research projects. Through the process, students develop skills in communication, project management, and historical thinking. Their core program is the competition, in which students choose a topic and dive deeply into the past by conducting extensive research in libraries, archives, and in museums. They also then present their conclusions and evidence through papers, exhibits, performances, documentaries, or sometimes websites. Moving through a series or contest levels where they are evaluated by professionals that are historians and also educators. And through this process, the students develop skills in communication, project management, and historical thinking. Next slide, please. The National History Day project begins at the school level, which is where it started here with our students. The students work with a teacher to research their topics and create their presentation. They're judged at the school level, as you can see on the graph up there, and they determine from there who goes on to the next level, which is the district level for us. And at the district level, they are then judged, and their projects are chosen to advance to then the regional, and then also on to the national levels. At every level of the contest, the students present their work to the judges, who give the students feedback. And the students are then able to go back and revise their work from the feedback they were given, so they can revise their project. The students then move on to the next level, and the same process happens again. At the regional level, there are two top projects invited for each category, and they are able to attend the national. So that's how they are chosen. About 3,000 students from all across the United States and other countries come in June to the University of Maryland to compete. So let me introduce you to some of our students from LCS that participated in History Day, and then I'm going to tell you what they accomplished. So first of all, we have our youngest History Day participants that are from Deerington Elementary School, and they the Deerington students, if you'll just stand where you are for right now. And they are led by Miss Janet Bates, who is a fourth grade teacher at We also have our Lincoln Middle School team, who is led by Miss Tristan Burke. And we have our students from Paul Lawrence Dunbar Middle School, who is led by Mr. Carl Luce. Now let me tell you what they what they have accomplished. If you'll go to the next slide. So at the district level, on March 28th, we had 61 LCS students that placed in the top 4 of their age group at CVCC. 52 of those students advanced to the state level. Next slide. Then at the state level, which was in April, we had 7 of our DESI students and LMS students that placed in the top 3 for their age group. 5 of the LMS students won a special award, and 5 of our LMS students are going to nationals at the University.
Very nice.
So here are our historians in LCS, right here behind me.
Let's do a standing
proud of
ovation for them.
Yeah, we'll get a picture at the end in just a second. If you'll go to the next slide, this is our team of our middle school state competitors here, and then we also have a picture of the Lincoln Middle. This is the team that qualified for the national competition. And I wanted to, before we get a picture with the whole group, I wanted to invite Miss Janet Bates and Miss Tristan Burke to come and just to talk a little bit about what they did, because they were the ones that did all of the behind-the-scenes work.
Hi, I'm Janet Bates from Darrington, and I just want to say how proud I am of these kids. We did it as a club this year, and we started the first week of October. And so they worked all of October, November, December, January, February, March, and part of April. They stayed after school on Wednesdays, and they worked really, really hard. I also want to make sure that I include it was a partnership. Yes, I guess I was the team lead, but we had several other teachers who volunteered and stayed after school and helped as well. And nutrition provided snacks for us. Transportation provided a bus for us. The LCS Education Foundation provided a grant for us so that we can, because it costs money to enter the state competition. So the Ed Foundation provided a grant for us so that we could pay for these students to go. So the parents came, the parents allowed their kids to stay after school, some of them picked them up. It was a huge partnership between everybody.
Good.
And these kids worked really hard, and I'm really proud of them.
Very nice.
I would be remiss to not say go Jaguars. This is my 3rd year doing History Day. All 3 years have required my advanced classes to do it. I also did utilize the clubs that we have at LMS as well to just get that time in, stay after school. And all of those people and those team members that was just mentioned by Ms. Bates is absolutely, they deserve just as much credit as someone like me who has to hear all the panicked emails and all of those things from the students. But something that I want to speak to directly is the fact that of the 3 projects that Lincoln is sending to nationals, I'm exceptionally proud that 2 of them are local stories. Specifically dealing with integration here in Lynchburg. Specifically, we are dealing with one project is Camp Kumbaya, and the integration of the pools here in Lynchburg, which, you know, the pool topic's kind of an interesting one right now anyway, but just the courage of Bev Cosby and how his act was revolutionary. It caused a reaction. It eventually led to reforms. So Sydney and Adeline will be going to nationals talking about Lynchburg, and I think that's so important. And then we have Ace and Eleanor, who are actually covering the Patterson 6 sit-ins at the Patterson drugstore. And I think that, and not to be, where is us? There you go. And Eve is also talking about her Irish heritage with the, it's the prosecution of Jim Larkin during the first Red Scare. So she deserves to be commended too. But all these kids chose something deeply personal to themselves. And I think that that is what I love about History Day, and something that I seek to do every year is to have kids humanize history, find a connection to history. That's how we really get our kids to learn it and experience it and live it ultimately, right? So I just want to say it's an absolute privilege every year to do this. I cannot wait to go to nationals. We were, we went last year, and this year my goal is top 10, because top 10 means you're in the top 1% of all of our country. And man, wouldn't that be great to bring that back to LMS?
Well, I just want to say one last thank you to Janet, to Tristan, to Carl, and to the students. And students, I think we probably need to say thank you to your parents, because
Yes.
I'm sure that they had a little bit to do with it. And I also look forward to seeing what these guys and what our future LCS students bring for History Day, because the world is endless there. We can do lots of topics, but thank you for giving us time to talk about them. And guys, I think they want to take a picture with you.
Yes, let me just acknowledge one more. Councilman Nelson is there. Thank you for highlighting this. Come on, come in the front, sir. Thank you, you and Karen, for highlighting this. Thank you for being a champion for these kids and bringing this up, sir. Thank you.
Yes, and we hope to see what you guys bring back after June 18th.
Yeah.
Ladies, you two may scoot a little bit so that we get Oh, you can get outside.
Students, hold tight. We're trying to figure out the photo op. So yes, yes.
We should probably go this way, I would imagine.
You could probably do it inside the U.
Yep.
You do it inside the horseshoe?
We're gonna take your photo outside, so you guys are filing out for the picture outside, that way we can get everybody in that. Thank you all.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Where'd it go?
Should we go outside and take picture with the kids?
I think so.
Let's do that.
That's exciting.
Next one is legislative commendation. I'll acknowledge Delegate Griffin. Please come forward. Dr. Midget.
Thank you, Dr. Gupta. Thank you, school board. My name is Tim Griffin. I have the privilege of representing the counties in this area in the Virginia House of Delegates. And I was talking to Dr. Gupta. We've gotten to know Miss Dr. Midget as she's been back here. She's been leading. We were recently over at Linkhorn, and Linkhorn has this sign. It's like I don't know if it's actually bronze or metal or what it is on the wall, but it talks about a school board that invested in Linkhorn back in like the 1940s and 50s. And their legacy is Linkhorn Middle School. And I think a lot of what this school board has done, your legacy is going to be hiring Dr. Midget and all of the reforms that you've been putting into place. And so in talking to Dr. Gupta and talking to some of you that I've known, I spoke to Senator Peake, and who wanted to be here, and Delegate Walker, who wanted to be here tonight and had previous engagements. I know that Councilwoman Timmer is here, and somebody's here from Delegate Walker's office. But I know that we wanted to recognize Dr. Midget and some of what she's done. And she's not just somebody that you found in a national search, as you know. It's somebody that had ties to Lynchburg, that wanted to be back in Lynchburg. Sometimes when you advertise for these jobs that are so limited in who you can hire, you get whoever, they're just trying to move up to the next biggest market that they can get to or get the next biggest payday. But I know that she wanted to be here. And so we put forward a resolution, as we sometimes do in Richmond, to kind of honor what they've done, what they represent. And so we wanted to do that. And Dr. Gupta, I know I spoke to you about this before we did this, and so tonight we wanted to be here to recognize her coming back to Lynchburg and all that you've done for our community. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Delegate Griffin, Delegate Walker, and Senator Peake for your hard work in Richmond on behalf of us, and we appreciate everything you do day in, day out, fighting for our kids. I know Delegate Walker does resolutions for all high school kids each year, and that has is a tradition now, right? Jack, you're here. Do you want to speak on behalf of Delegate?
I'm okay.
All right. And the next one is media recognition. You know, each year, School Board Member Association gives out media awards, and we were picked up three or 4 years ago for this award, and I said, man, this award comes with a curse, because the person who got it moved on to bigger and greener pastures. So this year, good luck had it. They picked up stories from from the media market, and they award for. They call it SBMA Integrity in Journalism Award. So this year they picked up 3 reporters, or will be the right word, from this market. So I'd like Dr. Midget to go on the floor, please, and Mrs. Lowry, and who's going? You going to join? Somebody else was going to join. You can join. Anybody else would like to join? Delegate Griffin, you are representing SBMA, they told me. So come on forward.
All right. Well, good evening again. I'd like to read what this says. It says this certifies that this individual, we have 3 here, recognized by the School Board Member Alliance of Virginia for the SBMA Integrity in Journalism. for unbiased and fact-based reporting for education. And the first goes to Alexia Stanbridge. And then the next recognition goes to Rachel Tillapaw. Yeah, I got it. Perfect. Congratulations for her unbiased. All right, and the next goes to Maddie Kirkman for her unbiased and fact-based reporting on education for the News in Advance.
Taking pictures.
Oh, there you are. He's been getting photos. But thank you, three ladies, for everything you've done
Right.
to give us reporting. Get all of us? Okay.
Congratulations. Next is congratulations to all three of you. And you're truly unbiased. I know you beat us sometimes, and sometimes you love, and sometimes neutral. But thank you for everything you do. It's a difficult job to sit in a meeting for 3-4 hours at a stretch and reporting. So thank you. Next is special presentation/discussion, LCS board election information. Ms. Finney, I think she...
Ms. Finney could not be here.
All right, thank you. Next one is chair comment, and for that, you know, the school board policy allows chair to appoint ad hoc committee. So I have decided, and I'll give the floor to Mr. Poe to discuss or share the information about the ad hoc committee, which I have approved. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Gupta. So we have got together with a good team of folks to make a special announcement about a committee that we're forming. And the name of the committee is the Achievement, Opportunity, and Action Committee, or AOAC. It was established to support Lynchburg City Schools through community collaboration, engagement, and action-oriented discussion focused on student success. The committee's work centers on identifying barriers, examining opportunities, strengthening partnerships, and supporting efforts connected to student achievement, opportunity, and overall school success. The community, parents, schools, and students have a shared responsibility and ownership to ensure that through access and opportunity, there is a continued growth that leads to student success. Why does this matter? As everyone knows, there has been ongoing concerns and conversations regarding achievement gaps or opportunity gaps across Lynchburg City School. Things such as academic performance, attendance and chronic absenteeism, student success to opportunities and enrichment, school engagement and belonging, behavioral and social emotional supports, family and community access to resources. The committee is intended to help create meaningful dialogue and collaborative solutions that support students and families all across the division. The committee's focus areas: student achievement and academic support, family and community engagement, mentorship and student supports, community resources, attendance and student engagement, access to opportunities and enrichment, communication, and transparency. Action-oriented initiatives explore student intramural and recreational opportunities. Support students and families during the summer through community engagement and resource coordination. Examine opportunities to reestablish community-based youth programs similar to those like when I was a kid. Explore opportunities that may blend academics with sports, arts, career exploration, student clubs, and service opportunities. Engage student responsibility, participation and leadership through engagement opportunities. These opportunities will be things like sports and wellness activities, arts and creative expression, career building and mentor opportunities, community service and leadership experiences, educational supports and enrichment opportunities. Our guiding principles: student-centered decision-making, collaboration and shared responsibility, transparency, and accountability. Action-oriented problem-solving, alignment with the Lynchburg City Schools strategic plan, and a shared commitment between schools, families, students, and the community. Our initial goals will be to build community understanding around opportunity gaps, strengthen school-community relationships, create opportunities for collaboration and feedback with the community, identify supports and resources for students and families, promote engagement that leads to positive student outcomes. The members of this committee will be myself, committee chair and founder, Dr. Farmer, school board member, Dr. Christy Somerville Majette, our wonderful superintendent, Dr. James Coleman, a wonderful community member, Sarah Blankenship, a community engagement specialist, Christine Kennedy of Lynchburg Regional Business Alliance, wonderful lady, Preston Sellers of Department of Social Services, and Wyatt Woody of Parks and Recs. Anyone have any questions?
Share your timeline, you talk about.
So yes, so we have an initial meeting that will be on June 18th, where we will start to begin to discuss plans and focuses. And somewhere before the school year starts, we'll be updating with initial plans. And we want to be sure to let everyone know that this is a long-term action plan. We didn't get to where we got to. It's been 20 years of a downslope, and I wouldn't be on the school board if I didn't take being on the school board serious. This is my hometown, and I have faith in all the members that will be on this committee. It's a strong team of members, and the simple fact is, if we don't do this as a community, that's the only way that Lynchburg City Schools will move forward. And I have all the faith and confidence in the school board, in the Lynchburg City Schools administration, the staff, the teachers, and more importantly, the students themselves. That's why we want to make sure we create opportunities. Because at the end of the day, they have to walk through that door. And we just want to make sure that we wrap our hands around and support them. So this timeline will be an ongoing timeline.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Poe, for taking this. It's an important thing to bring community around, and I think academic success will be involved as we move forward. So Mrs. Lowry will be working closely with you. Thank you. I appreciate you, Dr. Farmer, for agreeing to serve with him. That brings
Dr. Gupta.
this team.
Dr. Gupta, can I ask a question?
Of course, sir. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, this seemed like it was a tremendous effort. It was a collaborative effort, or you put it together on your own? I'm just kind of curious about that.
So I'm just one person that loves the community. This is a collaborative effort, and in order for this,
I'm talking about the structure.
the structure.
Yes.
So Dr. Majette and I have been in close contact forming this committee, and
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'm modest. I'm not going to say that. It takes a team, and so that's what it's all about.
Very good.
he has worked very hard, very diligently on this, for hours and hours of work involved, and bringing different stakeholders. These things, you get in there, and you don't know how will it turn out, but the intent is good, and the objective is we need to do it.
Yes.
Involve community,
Yes.
Parents and families, and so I think it's a great thing. Thank you, Mr. Poe, for taking on this. We
Yeah, I appreciate it. That the students need it, the community needs it. All kids don't have access to travel, sports, and different things of that nature. And I just remember being a kid and being able to be involved in a lot of community activities, and we've just got to get back to that. So I'm happy to be a part of it.
Economic divide is a reality of our town, and we got to admit that, but find solutions to reduce that gap. I know Mr. Marshall and all are sitting here, but people are working hard, have worked hard.
And this addresses also what we have been talking about with the Achievement Gap Committee, the things that were brought up. So these items are included in it, which is great.
Right.
It's good to see.
Thank you. All right, thank you, sir. Next one is student representative, Dr. Majid.
Well, I do want to say this before before Ms. Clara presents tonight. I know this is their last night. I know Ms. Day put some little bag, is that bag over there?
Yes.
Just to kind of hold it up. And those were on behalf of the board, just thanking Malia and thanking
Thank
Claire
you.
for their service. Malia couldn't be here tonight, and Claire's going to give us her final presentation to the board, to the community.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for everything this year. I've had a great time being your school board representative. I'll start with our athletics this past month. Our girls varsity tennis team celebrated senior night and honored 4 seniors: Helen Grace Sackett, Breezy Knight, India Gramillion, and Juliet Dobb. After the senior night celebration, the Hilltoppers defeated Brookville 9-0, and the team also defeated Amherst County 9-0 previously. Singles wins went to Tovia Carothers, Helen Grace Sackett, Breezy Knight, Caroline Shoemaker, Avery Mitchell, and Avery Wiebe. Doubles wins went to Tovia Carothers, Helen Grace Sackett, Breezy Knight and Caroline Shoemaker, and India Gramillion and Juliet Dobb. Boys varsity soccer has also been having a good season. They defeated Amherst 7-0, and the team improves to a record of 11-2-1. The Hilltopper track and field team competed last Saturday at the Blue Demon Invitational in Christiansburg. This meet hosted over 30 of the top teams in the state, and the following Hilltoppers placed in the top 8 at this meet. Trinaya Stewart placed second in the 100-meter dash, first in the 200-meter dash, and third in triple jump. The girls 4x100-meter relay placed first, with Rosalia Webb, Madison Wright, Shannon Wilson, and Trinaya Stewart. Trevor Dale placed fifth in the high jump, Patrick Good placed 8th in the high jump, Darian Petty placed 7th in the triple jump. Next, our EC Glass seniors celebrated Decision Day on Friday, May 1st. These students celebrated college and career commitments, scholarships, and plans for their next steps. Congratulations to the class of 2026 and everything they've accomplished this year. Next, 5 Lynchburg City School students participated in the very competitive 2026 Virginia State Science and Engineering Fair at Piedmont Virginia Community College in Charlottesville on April 10th and 11th. 3 EC Glass students created their projects at the Central Virginia Governor School for Science and Technology in the Junior Research course. These students excelled at the Central Virginia Regional Science Fair on March 14th and went on to compete at the state level. Congratulations to Gabriel Friedman, who earned 3rd place in plant sciences, Matthew Rader, who won 1st place in animal sciences, and Jude Haskey, who was awarded 1st place in the physics and astronomy category. Next, elementary students across Lynchburg City Schools enjoyed a day at the ballpark with the Hill City Howlers. The team incorporated reading, math, and science concepts through baseball-themed quizzes and academic challenges. Thank you to the Lynchburg City Schools Education Foundation, who sponsored this event for the elementary school students. Lynchburg City Schools students also recently participated in state competitions through HOSA and FCC LA. LCS dental career students qualified for the HOSA International Leadership Conference. They placed 2nd in the state leadership conference from March 20th and 22nd in Roanoke, and they will test their skills against top-performing HOSA members from across the globe from June 17th to 20th in Indianapolis. EC Glass High School students Debbie Anine and Jaden Bugades placed 2nd in creative problem solving. EC Glass High School students also placed at the FCCLA Virginia State Leadership and Recognition Conference from April 10th to 12th in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Jasmine Ford placed 1st place in fashion construction. Eliza Rhodes placed 2nd in teaching strategies. Lila Porterfield and Jane Goen placed 3rd place in interior design, and Tatum Gillett was awarded bronze in baking and pastries. Congratulations to these students. Next, EC Glass High School students and students across LMS competed to win a spot in the 2026 state ensembles for band and orchestra. EC Glass High School student Alton Quinn played in the 2026 All Virginia Band and Chorus and Orchestra event from April 16th to 18th in Richmond, Virginia. He played 2nd chair trombone in the symphonic band, meaning he is the 4th highest trombone player in the state. Congratulations to Alton. LCS students in grades 7th through 9th also auditioned in Charlottesville to place in one of the South Central West Junior Regional Orchestra. 20 of these students were chosen to play in one of the orchestras. From Lincoln Middle School, these students were Blake Brundike, Eve Flavin, James Flavin, Graham Metter, Zachary Bauer, Rizon Vasquez, Kai West, and Josephine Milam. From EC Glass High School, these students were Danielle Boyers, Lark Cook, Dylan Childress, Rowan Wiebe, Genevieve Helbling, Leah Callahan, Mary McCluskey, and Addie Brebner. And lastly, 3 LCS students won a division-wide contest for a creative poster design each student made that will be displayed in LCS to promote the Central Virginia Crime Stoppers Hotline. Congratulations to the following students that were awarded. 1st place to EC Glass High School student Rowan Keene, 2nd place to Dunbar Middle School student Scarlett Jared, and 3rd place to Dunbar Middle School student Abigail Rayla. Thank you all.
Thank you, Claire. And Claire, good luck to you in college.
Ms. Ramsey was among the top 15 from EC Glass on senior honors dinners. Congratulations.
Yes.
See if I can. Next is public comments. Mr. Poe.
Thank you, Dr. Gupta. Persons appearing before the school board will not be allowed to campaign for public office or promote private business ventures and should not use profanity or vulgar language or gestures, make comments about public official or an employee that are not related to their official duties, engage in behavior that disrupts the meeting or intimidates others, or address the school board on issues that do not concern the services, policies, and/or responsibilities of the school board. Individual speakers shall limit their comments to 3 minutes. A speaker representing a group shall limit their comments to 5 minutes. The representative shall identify the group at the beginning of their presentation. A group may have no more than one spokesperson. The total allotted time for public comments at school board meetings is 30 minutes. Public comments are reserved for the public to provide input. The board does not respond to comments, answer questions, or otherwise engage in discussion at this time. So for our first speaker, I'd like to call up Megan Ramsey, please.
Good evening, members of the school board. My name is Megan Ramsey. I'm a sophomore and a member of Student Council Leadership at EC Glass High School. I'm speaking today to share some helpful insights on how collective bargaining can help improve conditions for the students and teachers in Lynchburg City Schools. Collective bargaining is a process where employees work with their representatives to negotiate contracts with their employers. In 2020, Virginia passed the 2020 session House Bill 582, which allows school boards to decide whether or not to implement collective bargaining into their school systems. This left the decision up to local educators rather than the state. Recently, in the Virginia legislative branch, there have been discussions for reforming this law to permit Virginia's teachers to decide if they want to collectively bargain with their local school boards. However, this bill was vetoed, which leaves the opportunity remaining in the hands of local school boards. For this reason, I'm here today to lobby for your support in collective bargaining, as statistics show that this practice can be beneficial in reducing teacher turnover and raising test scores. In fact, according to the U.S. Department of Education, states with collective bargaining have SAT and ACT scores higher of 8% on average higher. Collective bargaining can benefit students as it helps address school issues from the point of view of individuals who work in our schools every day. According to the National Education Association, collective bargaining allows educators to collaborate on impactful policies that focus on improving student life, such as class size, safety, and health issues. Collective bargaining can help teachers advocate for better working conditions and, in turn, decrease teacher turnover and benefit LCS students. As a student at EC Glass, I represent the students in SEA that understand the importance of having returning teachers. With collective bargaining, not only do teachers improve their skills and build experience, they also build strong bonds and have profound social impacts on their students. I hope you will consider implementing collective bargaining into the Lynchburg City school system. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Next, I'd like to call up Scott Weave, please.
Hello, I'm Scott Wiebe, and I'm here to speak into the search for a new principal at EC Glass. Last month, I left a voicemail that asked you, the school board, to ask yourself and the superintendent some hard questions about the direction that we're heading in. In the months since, things have been discouraging. I lack the time to go into detail, but the cherry on top was an interestingly timed article in the newspaper the week after last month's school board meeting, highlighting the behind-the-scenes hidden systems that the superintendent is repairing. So before I look ahead to the future of EC Glass, let's talk about policies and systems, because the article left some things out, and this matters for the big decisions ahead. My wife and I have 4 children in 2 different city schools. Out of our 13 years as LCS parents, this one has been the hardest one. We've written, called, and met with more folks than ever, mostly to ask questions about bad policies and systems put into place this year. My biggest example was when we were told that 11 and 12-year-olds, if they wanted to play a sport, would have to be at school for 13 hours a day for up to 3 days a week. No exceptions and no explanation. Not from leadership inside the school or the administration when we approached them. Smaller changes were odd too, like when field trips of certain kinds were suddenly canceled and then reinstated with little explanation either time. I could actually get behind this policy change, but not the way the process unfolded. The newspaper article just didn't align with how systems are actually changing on the ground and how they're being communicated. Which, speaking of communication, if you even just compare the messages that we receive through email blast and other forms of written communication from this administration to past administrations, the messaging now is more direct and abrupt and at times even a little rude. And my whole point in mentioning these things is that big or small, all the signs are pointing in the wrong direction. And yet, you want us to wait and see what happens. But when there are warning signs, waiting is the wrong action to take. Especially now that we are entrusting this administration to hire a new principal at EC Glass. And so I am back to you with the same message as last month. Are you asking the hard questions? Just how much do you know about the process to hire a new principal? You have an ability that I don't to find out, which is why I'm here. All I have are some recommended questions for you to ask the superintendent, the director of HR, any other relevant deputies. If you were to look at their calendars, what would you see about how they're handling this situation? What meetings are they taking with faculty and staff of the school? What is the nature of those meetings? Is it to build consensus? And are they successfully building that consensus? Or is it to demand loyalty and to instill fear? What kind of culture is this superintendent building, and how is she doing that inside EC Glass? You need to know these things. Dr. Rule's resignation was a major warning. In the past month, more warning lights have begun to flash. Please step in now to the fullest extent that you are able, ask all the questions, and make sure we have the right kind of leadership that we need for this moment. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, I'd like to call up Bill Evans, please.
Good evening. My name is Belle Evans. I'm a former LCS teacher and a former school board member. I was here last month to speak about Danny Rule, and I'm here tonight to speak about that meeting and the disappointment people felt after that meeting. At the last meeting, parents, students, alumni, and community members came here and respectfully pretty much opened their hearts to how they felt about what was going on. They had questions about the leadership at EC Glass and with LCS. Students spoke about connection, parents spoke about trust, alumni spoke about pride in their school. Instead of feeling heard, we felt dismissed. We were lectured about understanding the board's role. We were criticized for applauding speakers. We were told to focus on all the good things happening instead of the concerns being raised in this building. And instead of embracing a community that wanted to support LCS, the board hid behind HR matters and missed a huge opportunity to build trust, transparency, and partnership with the very people who are trying to stand beside you. No one is here asking for confidential personnel files. The public has been asking for things much simpler. How are leadership decisions being made? What does LCS value in a leader of a high school? And why does it feel like voices of students, parents, and community carry such little weight within LCS? Those are fair questions to ask that should be answered. Public engagement is a sign that people care deeply about their schools, and community concern should never be treated as disrespect. This community wanted from the board acknowledgement, empathy, transparency, and leadership. And instead, many in the community were met with resistance and responses from both administration and the board that seemed designed to shut out the very people that you're here to support. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Evans. Next, I'd like to call up Mr. Robert Flood, please.
First of all, I'd like to thank y'all for letting me speak again and speaking on behalf of the Rescuers of the Youth. I had a couple things I wanted to talk about, and Dr. Rule was one of them, but I know he's gone now. I think about 3,000 people signed a petition for him to stay at EC Glass. Nobody knows what happened for him to leave, because it's supposed to be a gap order or something on it. I think all he had to do is just come up here and tell people what happened for him to depart. That's all he had to do. I done seen this picture before when Dr. Edwards was here. Every time something happened, the superintendent the school board is to blame. But nobody knows what really happened. Nobody in here don't get no 3,000 people to sign a petition. Nobody in this whole building. He was special. I met him a couple times. But he knew exactly why he got, fired. And it would have been easy just to tell people because they care about me. They wrote a petition. But let me just clear it out so people can know the reason I left. That'll clear all of that. But it's the same old thing with like Dr. Edwards. Every time something happens, you got to blame the superintendent. You got to come down on them. Household, the school, and the community can't come together for the kids. We're at the same thing we've been at for the last 25 years, talking about it but not acting on it. I listened to what Mr. Post said, and one of the things I want to speak about and get an update, I know y'all can't respond, about opening the gyms during the summertime for these kids. And for assistant coaches to have some kind of conversation, not conversation, but have some kind of fee for being assistant coaches and get a training. So if something happened on the football field, at least they'll be qualified to take care of it. Because middle schools do not have trainers. Assistant coaches are not getting paid. And when head coaches are not there, the assistant coaches step in. I don't care what sport it is. And y'all got money allocated for different things. If y'all can bring some of that money to the front and pay some of these assistant coaches, just give them a little something to show that you care as much as they care about them kids. But this is the same old thing with Dr. Edwards, the same thing y'all trying to go at the superintendent with. And it's sad because Dr. Rue from EC Glass knew what happened to get him away, whatever happened to get him fired. He could easily told everybody. And everybody would have listened and took it one way or another. But no, who knows? But you just can't come down every time something happens. Just like last year when Herges had a fight over there. They wanted to fire Dr. Edwards. She was on vacation. They had a fight up at EC Glass. I'm surprised nobody's hypocrite said, well, let's fire the superintendent now because of the fight over EC Glass. We're always blaming somebody. We know the problems. Why can't we start talking about the solutions? Blame each other all the time. It can't come together. Kids see this. And kids see it more clearly than y'all think they do. If y'all can't get it together, how in the world the kids don't get it together? We have to do better, folks. You can't satisfy everybody, the superintendent. Gonna be somebody that ain't gonna like her on this side of the right. If you do your job, that's all you paid for. That's why it took so long for a superintendent to come here in this town called Lynchburg. Because we got so many hypocrites. They make her look good at the beginning, at the end, they throwing things at her. We gotta stop that. How can we come together? Because we can talk from there to next year. And it'll be the same thing over and over. I've seen it 25 years, off and on. We just can't come together. We can put our differences aside and agree to disagree and come together for these kids. It's about the kids, ain't about none of us. Because sooner or later, when God says it's time for us to go, we gone. And the kids are our future. It's bad enough going to the city council meeting. And they're acting like kids. Why we got to bring it up here to school board? You punish kids, but you turn around, look at the mirror and think about, why can I get punished because I'm not doing the right thing myself? Come on, folks, let's get it together. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Flood.
That's it. Thank you, Mr. Poe.
Thank you.
Next one is consent agenda. Is a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Motion.
Second.
Dr. Farmer, Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Allen,
Yes.
Mrs. Laurie,
Yes.
Mr. Connor,
Yes.
Dr. Gupta,
Yes.
Mr. DePaul,
No.
Mr. Jalil,
Abstain.
Dr. Farmer,
Yes.
Mr. Poe.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Next one is new business, LCS vision, mission, and logo presentation. Dr. Mijay.
All right, well, good evening. I know they're going to pull it up for me. School board members, community members, staff, students, all assembled. Tonight, I am really, really excited. Stay on that slide. I'm really excited to present the new vision, mission, and logo for Lynchburg City Schools. This work has been a collaborative effort that included feedback from our school board. Everybody remembers that work session. Staff, students, families, community members. I also want to especially recognize School Board Strategic Plan Committee, Mr. Connor, Mr. Barron, for helping guide this process from the very beginning. And so if we go to slide 2, perfect. So through the school board work sessions, the town hall surveys, conversations, community feedback sessions, we asked important questions about what we want to be true for students who graduate from Lynchburg City Schools and what we want our division to be known for. And so the feedback consistently centered around student success, academic excellence, opportunity, college career readiness, and that feedback shaped the work that you're about to see. So one of, as we look at this, what should be true about a student who graduates from LCS? And basically, students should have a strong academic foundation with mastery in core subjects. Students are fully equipped academically, professionally, and ethically to enter the world after high school. And then, and these questions, in case people don't remember, but we had a work session probably a few months ago of these key questions with board members, and we took a lot of the survey information from the community as well after the town hall. What is LCS known for? Quality education, academic excellence, and then preparing students for success in future careers. And then the most commonly selected words were success, college readiness, critical thinking, growth mindset, and then you see here to the right, some other words were academic excellence, achievement, character, collaboration, family engagement, all of those things. So, without further ado, the next vision and mission. All right, so the vision statement, growth, opportunity, success, reflects our commitment to ensuring every student has the opportunity to grow academically, personally, and professionally. And then the mission statement, to empower students for future success through high-quality instruction, supportive learning environments, and experiences that connect classroom learning to real-world opportunities. And the mission reflects the direction of Lynchburg City Schools and our commitment to not only preparing but empowering students for success through making sure that we're providing strong instruction, environments that are supportive, and meaningful opportunities in the future. And so that led us to the logo. So we've been taking, it's just sort of a little journey, and so it led us to the logo. So when you look at this, it encapsulates, we want our students to graduate. When they enter, whether it's pre-K or kindergarten, we always want to make sure we prepare them for whatever success looks like for them, but our goal is students to be able to graduate. And so we're really proud of this logo. It represents both tradition and then forward movement and building a strong future for kids in the community, for students in the community. I also want to just, before we move forward, just recognize the communications department. They've taken all of the feedback from town halls and just the strategic planning work and working closely with all of the leadership there from all of your varied feedback that we received during that work session. I know some people said, hey, it was a silent work session. It was some work happening, and you all put a lot of work into your thoughts and your feedback there. And I just want to thank them for that because they took that feedback, they compiled it, information, they worked through multiple revisions, refinements, to go ahead and finalize this, and we had the opportunity to meet with the 2 strategic plan committee gentlemen probably about 2 weeks ago, just to make sure we were prepared for today. And we recognize the full strategic plan. While we have it, we need to make it beautiful for you all and easy for the community, and just wanted to share all of this with you all tonight.
Very nice, I like that logo.
And you see it still has a city backdrop
Yeah,
because
so
it's
that's
very important
cool.
for us. Yeah, we're
I
part of
love
the
how
city.
that's integrated.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Yellow, baby blue, and deep blue.
Yep. And a little color.
Good.
Good.
Thank you, Dr. Mijit. Next one is the VSBA policy update, Dr. Mijit.
It should have been, it was on the consent. You have to refresh.
Oh, refresh, okay. That's right, it's gone. And next one is finance report, April 2026 financial report, Mrs. James. Dr. Mijay, sorry.
Oh, yep, you're fine. It's Ms. James.
Good evening, Chairman Gupta, members of the school board, and Dr. Majette. Thank you for the opportunity to address you. You have before you the April 30th, 2026 month-end financials. We're barreling towards that fiscal year end. As of April, which marks 83.33% of the fiscal year passing, the percent of revenues collected versus the original appropriation is at 80.63% year-to-date. The amount of expenditures versus original appropriation is at 80.36. So our revenues are outpacing our expenditures just slightly. The expenditures inclusive of our encumbrances equates to 98.76%, and anytime that's below 100%, you have one happy CFO. So notable expense variances that we had for the month consist of some functions that we've talked about in prior reports, and their expenses related to compensation encumbrances. We encumber all of our compensation and benefits from the first month to the last month to make sure that we have set aside funding, and so those encumbrances tie up some of those financials throughout the months. So under our statement of revenues, the total amount of revenue received year-to-date is $96,072,511.12, or, as stated before, 80.63% of allocations. Of that total, state revenues equated to 76.93%, federal revenues equated to 51.29%, and local revenues equated to 88.50%. Thank you very much, City. Miscellaneous and charges for services collection rates are at 107.66% and 57.79% respectively. Moving on to our monthly summary report, in April, LCS claims totaled a negative $1,552,417.42, which is an increase from March's claims by $156,719.93. So for your information, Mark III will be attending, which are our insurance consultants, will be attending the next finance and facilities meeting to help discuss some strategies to help alleviate some of the strain on costs associated with providing health services to our employees. So I welcome any of you to attend if you'd like to hear that presentation and those strategies and options that they are going to provide to us. In other informational items, LCS is preparing to complete the application for an EdFlex waiver provision that allows Title IV funding obligations, 20% of that to be able, it gives LCS the ability to be able to move it into different categories. If approved, the EdFlex waiver will allow LCS to reallocate Title IV Part A grant funds to spend more or less than the currently required 20% within the targeted content areas of safe and healthy students and/or well-rounded educational opportunities. The reason I bring this before you is so that you and the community knows there is a public comment opportunity on whether we want to allow this flexibility within our Title IV funding to move funds to the most needed areas. That public comment period is required by VDOE before we can submit the request for this EdFlex waiver. It will be, the public comment period is hosted on the LCS website for the next 30 days. It has all about the EdFlex application. You can get more detailed information on that, and you are also able to make a comment on that, which we in turn will submit with our application to VDOE of what the public comments were regarding this request for this flexible spending. So that marks the end of my report. I'll entertain any questions that you have at this time.
One question I just have is, when is the deadline for employees for this school year to turn in all receipts?
So it is going to be May 30th.
Okay, and everybody's aware of that, they know.
Yes, we
Okay.
actually have communicated those deadlines out
Okay.
throughout the staff. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
The public comment piece, has there been a communication that gone out to parents and different folks about that they have that avail to do so?
So it is listed on our website. I can work with the communications department in doing an actual media blast regarding the opportunity to comment on being able to move this funding.
That'd be great, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Other questions? Thank you. Thank you. Next is CTE presentation, Dr. Midget.
Yes, so last month we gave an administrative update, Dr. Davis and I, and this month is Mr. Travis Marshall, and he's going to give us an update on CTE.
Awesome. Thank you, Dr. Majette. Good evening, members of the board. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to provide an update on career and technical education here for Lynchburg City Schools. Before I begin tonight's presentation, I would like to take a moment to recognize Mr. Robbie Dooley, our supervisor of career and technical education, who recently passed away. Mr. Dooley was deeply passionate about career and technical education and dedicated to creating meaningful opportunities for students through authentic real-world experiences. He brought tremendous energy and enthusiasm to his work and made a lasting impact on students, staff, and our community throughout his 32 years in education. As we discuss career and technical education tonight, I wanted to take a moment to recognize Mr. Dooley, whose passion and leadership helped shape many of the programs and opportunities that we will be highlighting. Career and technical education, formerly known as vocational education, or VOTEC, plays a critical role in preparing our students for success beyond graduation. Whether students choose to enter the workforce, pursue certifications, attend college, or enter technical and skilled trades, our goal is to ensure they are equipped with the skills and experiences needed to succeed. Tonight, I'd like to highlight the wide range of opportunities available to our students, some exciting partnerships we have developed, and a few initiatives that continue to strengthen workforce readiness across Lynchburg City Schools. At the middle school level, our focus is introducing students to career exploration and foundational workforce skills. Students have opportunities to participate in career investigation courses, including technology courses in grades 6 through 8, as well as carpentry at Dunbar Middle School. Students also participate in teen living courses, which provide opportunities to explore topics such as personal environments, nutrition and wellness, textile skills, personal financial skills, career opportunities, and leadership development. In addition, students can take courses such as computer applications, keyboarding, and intro to culinary arts. This year also marked a significant milestone for Lynchburg City Schools with the completion of the Sandusky Middle School Technology Lab through the use of the capital improvement funds. With this addition, students at all 3 middle schools now have access to these unique learning spaces and opportunities. These early experiences are extremely important because they help students begin identifying interest, developing practical skills, and making informed decisions about future pathways before entering high school. At the high school level, the breadth of our CTE offerings often surprises people. Many individuals may know about 1 or 2 of our programs, but few realize just how extensive our opportunities truly are across Lynchburg City Schools. At Heritage and EC Glass High School, students can participate in programs such as drafting, business law, business management, digital applications, Teachers for Tomorrow, economics and personal finance, cosmetology, dental careers, nurse aid, video and media technology, game design and development, automotive technology, and sports medicine. And there is a second slide after this one, but that's the list for this, for this page. These programs provide students with hands-on learning experiences, industry-relevant skills, and opportunities to earn credentials and that prepare them for both college and careers. One exciting area of focus recently has been the Automotive Technology Lab. Since completing the ASC certification process, Mr. Jordan Eubank and I have been spending a significant amount of time in that space discussing future improvements and planning several major improvements to the lab that will take place over this summer. We are excited about the continued growth and opportunities that program will provide for students. Other high school offerings continue with even more specialized opportunities for students. Programs include Marine Corps JROTC, Air Force JROTC, culinary arts, computer systems technology, cybersecurity technology, precision machine technology, criminal justice, entrepreneurship, marketing, principles of business and marketing, intro to health and medical sciences, and sports and entertainment marketing. One program that I wanted to highlight tonight is precision machine technology at EC Glass High School. Students in this program learn foundational machining skills, safety awareness, engineering drawings, measurements, and machine maintenance, all while developing technical problem-solving skills. As students advance into precision machine technology 2, they gain hands-on experience with metal lathes, drilling, milling machines, and CNC machining operations. These are highly specialized, high-demand workforce skills that connect directly to advanced manufacturing and industrial careers within our region. What makes these programs so valuable is that they connect classroom instruction directly to real-world career pathways and workforce needs. Students are not only learning academic content, but they're also gaining experiences and technical skills that will benefit long after graduation. One exciting partnership opportunity available to the students is the Regional CTE Academy located at Central Virginia Community College. This dual enrollment program provides opportunities for students to participate in programs that we do not currently provide in-house. Some of these programs include electrical technology, health sciences, mechatronics, welding, industrial maintenance, and HVAC. Students interested in participating must meet several requirements. In most cases, students must be in the 12th grade. However, 11th grade students may be considered if openings remain available after all eligible 12th grade students have been placed. Students must also have passed Algebra 1, maintain at least a 2.0 GPA, and receive approval from their school counselor, the CVCC career coach, and high school administration. For health science pathways specifically, students must earn at least a C in Algebra 2 and maintain a minimum 3.0 GPA. This partnership allows our students to access high-demand career fields while earning valuable college experience and technical training before graduation. It is an excellent example of how collaboration helps expand opportunities to our students. On May 6th, Dr. Majette spoke with area business leaders, entrepreneurs, and rising professionals at the Lynchburg Regional Business Alliance during the Business at Breakfast event. The conversation centered around workforce readiness and the skills students need most as they prepare to enter the workforce. The discussion was incredibly engaging, and the feedback we received was fantastic. We heard directly from area business leaders about where Lynchburg City Schools is doing great, where we can continue to improve, and where the greatest workforce needs currently exist. In fact, the conversation was so engaging that we actually ran over our time schedule, and we were kindly asked to wrap things up. Even afterward, attendees continued approaching us and saying they wished that the conversation could have continued longer. It was truly encouraging to see the excitement from our business community and their desire to have a voice in supporting our students and workforce development efforts. One additional partnership opportunity we are excited about involves Big Brothers Big Sisters of Central Virginia. Mr. Ash Gorman, Executive Director of Big Brothers Big Sisters of Central Virginia, and I have been working together to expand the strong partnership that already exists between our organizations. In addition to traditional youth mentoring, we are exploring the development of a new career mentoring initiative specifically for Lynchburg City Schools CTE students. The goal would be to begin with approximately 5 to 6 students who would each be matched with a professional mentor working in the student's chosen career field. While the finer details are still being finalized, the vision is to provide students with meaningful professional guidance, career exposure, mentorship, and real-world insight from individuals currently working in their area of interest. We believe this partner has tremendous potential to strengthen workforce readiness, build professional connections for students, and provide another layer of support as students begin planning for their futures. One exciting new initiative taking place this summer is the Educator Workforce Academy, which will occur July 16th and 17th. This two-day experience will provide teachers, educators, and school officials with intensive exposure to our region's workforce and career opportunities. Participants will engage in guided tours of leading employers across a variety of industries and gain firsthand insight into the skills, certifications, and career pathways available to students right here in our region. The goal is to help educators better understand local workforce opportunities so that they can more effectively guide and support students as they prepare for life after graduation. So the Educator Workforce Academy is built around 4 primary goals. First, deepening understanding of workforce development. Second, equipping educators with valuable resources and student-centered tools. Third, providing immersive industry experiences. And finally, developing actionable strategies that educators can apply directly in their classrooms. By the end of the academy, educators will be better prepared to help students navigate today's evolving workforce and connect classroom learning to future career opportunities. So in closing, I want to thank the school board for your continued support of career and technical education in Lynchburg City Schools. Our CTE programs continue to create meaningful opportunities for students, strengthen workforce readiness, and build partnerships that directly benefit our community. We're proud of the work taking place across our schools and excited about the future opportunities ahead for our students. Thank you.
I was just going to say, and it's one of the questions I was asked my first year, and I applied for school board, was what are we going to do to help kids go into the workforce? So I'm glad to see this. And all the entities that we have, our CTE, and we have our Education Foundation that works out of Heritage. And then we have Legacy. So you're working with all 3 because there's so many students, there's so many directions, and we want to make sure we catch everybody in the net. So just saying, are you collaboratively working with all of them to say, hey, let's all work together? Because in the past I've heard, well, no, it's more for this or more for this. It's like, no, there's a lot of kids, there's a lot of directions, and as many hands-ons we can get, the better. So that's what my only thing is.
Absolutely agree, and all roads lead back to the student.
Yes.
So it's all hands on deck. Everybody is chipping in. Everybody's working together. It is a major collaborative effort.
Well, I'm going to reapply, so I'll have something to report back. Thank you, Mr. Marshall.
It looks very good to me as well. I think that variety is the spice of life, so the more the merrier. And in the old days, someone told me that the shop class is placed in different high schools where most of the students would walk by and at least see them working with their hands, and that was the great introduction to doing something tangible like that. So the more of this that you can get in front of all the students as much as possible, the better.
Yeah, good job, Mr. Marshall.
Good job.
I can definitely appreciate the CTE program. When I was at EC Glass, I was in machine shop, and there are a couple of my classmates that are still in machining and doing pretty well for themselves to this day. So, and I might be able to turn a lathe or 2 still. But yeah, I do have a question. At one point, and I may be mistaken, I thought there was a carpentry piece. Has that been kind of integrated into the drafting piece, maybe, or were there never at the high school level?
No, there is still carpentry. There's one that starts at Dunbar Middle School, and then there's also the component at Heritage High School.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't see it, so that's what made me think about it. Yeah.
It was a long list. I may have left it off, but I'll double
No, I
check.
think it was on the first slide, the second slide after the title.
Yeah,
Carpentry.
for the middle school level. I was
Oh,
mentioning
okay.
the high school level.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, great presentation. Thank you.
Yeah, Mr. Marshall, good job as well. So will the kids coming through in terms of like 12th grade, could they get a certification and go into the workforce with that?
Yeah, two that come right to mind is the OSHA certification, and for our culinary classes, the ServSafe certification. So, and the beautiful part about having that food truck is that we can go from place to place, and we can offer opportunities for students to get ServSafe certified wherever they're at. So, yeah.
Very good.
Do you have any records of success rates of getting into the workforce for their particular discipline?
I do not, but I can tell you that right now, and it's due July 31st, if I remember correctly, there's the CTE completer surveys. That's where we're reaching out directly to the people who have graduated, seeing where they're at, how they're doing. We're basically jumping in head first to figure out how they're doing and how we matched up to what they needed. On top of that, there's also the survey going around for high quality work-based learning, and with that, it's very much survey-based as well. But that is something new that the VDOE is putting out to kind of gauge exactly what you're asking about.
Thank you. Nice job.
Thank you.
One more thing, is there a way you could speak to the piece of, let's say I'm attending Glass and there's a technical course that's offered at Heritage. What would I do as a student?
So we do provide transportation back and forth, so from Heritage to Glass and from Glass to Heritage.
Yep.
So that is certainly there, and they can work with the career counselor and their guidance counselor within the building to get that squared up in their schedule.
Great, that's good for parents.
One last question. As a board for next year's budget, what do you see lacking that you would like to see and help improve it with CTE, whether it's facilities or something else that we could be thinking about?
So right now, with the capital funding, we were blessed with 400. I don't want to botch it, so I'm going to underguess 470, 480,000 for CTE improvements. This year, we've poured into the improvements to the automotive lab and culinary and the improvements to the tech labs at the middle school and finalizing the one at Sandusky Middle. Next year, you know, if we're being honest, the conversation I had the other day was actually surrounding machining. So the precision machine class, it's a growing trend. So if we can start looking at that, then that may be a direction we go. But it's not something we've truly dove into yet.
Okay, because I know there was a conversation about like cosmetology at Heritage, if things could be switched around, even people of the community come in on the weekends in a certain section of the school and the rest closed off to even get their hair done, things like that, like the elderly and things like that. So I don't know if that was part of the development of what they needed to do for the facility. So, but that was a conversation in the past. You remember that? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can do some digging and see what I can find out about that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Marshall. Our condolences to the family, Dooley family. I hope we celebrate his life. You are a trooper. This morning I was walking around the building and he was somewhere, and I took his parking space and I said, "You took Mr. Marshall's parking space." I said, yes, he's doing the real job, the hands-on job. So you're from school to school. And I wanted to acknowledge one more person. You know, our economy is becoming skill-based economy. College degrees are not essential to get high-paying jobs. Sometimes you learn a trade or a skill, and you can get good jobs, and nobody can do a better job. Boyce, you want to come and tell us? He is the expert. He's a plumber, electrician, air conditioner, you name it, and we're lucky to have you. You want to speak? I'll give you a couple of minutes. The importance of skill-based economy, what these kids can do with their lives. Mr. Hamlet is the master of all, not jack of all trades, master of all trades.
No pressure.
With building trades, that's true. We're told to focus on electrician, HVAC, carpentry pieces, but true skill is applying yourself at all. And that you never know, like in the world we're in now, with the school calls, maybe plumbing, maybe what, having one person that can do many things brings it on. And, so we're speaking about career tech, I was a student in school, it didn't click. they're teaching, I couldn't pay attention. Took my first trades class and the world got quiet. Everything come in. And the good thing is we have opportunities where we have young folks now that come work with us in the summertime. We're teaching them some trades, hands-on. Some folks are in the warehouse learning inventory pieces. So outside of the classroom, the summertime is a big time where we get to work more hand in hand. We have a young man now that's at the community college studying to be an electrician. He's working with us like 3-4 half days a week, depending on his schedule. And actually, from the classroom, getting to apply hands-on. So the opportunities, if we could pick up in the summertime and that take the juniors and that are getting ready to be seniors for the next year, give them a chance to work with us in the summer a little bit and have hands-on. And, you know, our terminology's different. And that when we talk, not in a bad way, but, you know, when we're talking about an offset or a piece, when they're in class, then they would actually know and know how to bend it or make it as we go. But, you know, I'm all for folks with one trade. That's great. But I really like the folks that want to do a little bit of everything because it's, you know, no matter how old you are, you're constantly learning in pieces and keep applying it. So that's what it's about. And, you know, we love the opportunity to talk to young folks and talk to our elders as well, too, because we're learning. Someone's teaching us something that we have never heard. So it's a great thing.
Thank you, boy.
Thank you for putting me on the spot.
He's a good man. He learned master plumber, master electrician, you name it, and we're lucky to have you. I know Mr. Marshall will not be happy if we stole you, but we're lucky to have you in LCS. Next is school board member reports. Laurel, Mrs. Lowry.
We approved the new calendar. I was on Zoom at this time.
Mr. Connor, do you have a question, sir?
I wanted to butt in on something on the CTE. I sent this a while back, and I know this is Mike Barron's passion as well, but I think it's Allegheny County where they're allowing their seniors to take CDL classes, because that's another great career. Be able to, because nothing gets to the marketplace unless it gets there by a truck. No kids get to school. Well, you know, the ones that can't bring the parents, that we need bus drivers. So I'd love to see us copy what some of the other counties are doing and seeing if we can integrate some CDL training for our seniors. I think it's Allegheny County that has some. They have a partnership with Allegheny, whichever Western Virginia Community College. And I know we have CDL training at our CVCC. I would like to see what we can do to integrate that. That's all.
CVCC has a weekend program for CDL, one and CDL too.
And as another aside to that, our transportation department actually does all the CDL training in-house as well. So there's opportunities out there. We just have to build them out and see what they look like.
Thank you, Mr. Connor. Mr. Barrett, I'm sorry I cannot see the back, so all right, you good? Thank you. Back to Laurel.
Okay, yeah. So I was on Zoom because I was from Arizona. So anyways, we approved the new calendar, 1,500 bonus for SOQ positions that are local employees, and the 26-27 budget. So the class of 2026 graduation will be May 26th at 6 p.m. And our next meeting will be August 26th at 10 a.m. at Laurel.
Thank you. Next is Gov School.
Okay, the next meeting is June 3rd. May 6th didn't have a quorum, and the board needs to approve a hiring recommendation for a biology/research position. So we'll meet on June 3rd to do that.
Thank you. Academic success, Mrs. Lowry.
Also, it was about the school board meeting with the members, seeing the 3-month cycle, the pre-K2 data. So that's what it was about, and then you've already seen it. So, but the next sessions will focus on 3 through 8, and then after that 9 through 12, and our next meeting is next Tuesday.
Thank you. Next is STEM, Mr. Poe.
Thank you, Dr. Gupta. So I had the pleasure of joining the awards banquet at CVCC along with Dr. Davis, and those students are doing some really great things over at the STEM Academy. They've had a really busy spring in 2026. There are 30 members of Rising Junior Class of 2027 in March. And they had a record 124 applicants wanting to get into that program. We have a total of about 30 juniors, 29 seniors, and of course that's regionally. Senior internship presentations were around April 29th, where they had about 27 seniors present information about their semester-long internship to mentors, families, leaders from their base school. I think that's pretty important to get them engaged and speaking. And they also spoke before the STEM board and different things of that nature. Following the intern presentations, the members of the class for 2026 received their STEM Academy cords of graduation. And of course, they had graduation on Saturday, May 9th, followed by the senior dinner that we participated in. And during that event, each member of 2026 was recognized with annual awards and so forth. And there was even a $1,000 Bright Future Scholarship recipient that was announced. As far as the summer goes, they'll be finalizing senior internship placements for spring 2027 and completing reports and preparing to welcome the new juniors and seniors back to the STEM Academy this August. Orientations are planned for juniors on August 4th and for seniors on August 6th. The parent-student meeting is scheduled for August 11th, with classes officially beginning on Monday, August 24th. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Poe. Finance and Facilities, Mr. Connor.
Thank you. Okay. We're planning to do some work with Mr. Marshall, Mr. Jordan shortly to finalize some of our upcoming CIP projects, as well as I'm looking forward to the presentation of some insurance. That's one of our biggest, I call uncontrollable expenses that we deal with is the insurance situation. And I'm looking forward to, I want to see our vendors get a little more creative in putting together some programs that can benefit our teachers, all of our employees, in such a way that won't be such a burden on the administration or the employee themselves. So those are two big things we're going to be looking at our next. They want to meet with you and I, Dr. Gupta, to show us some things, and then we'll be bringing those to the finance meeting as far as some CIP things, because we really want to kick in the high gear. 27 is when we have the 30 million allotted to really make some impact in our schools, and I think we want to try to do everything we can to make sure that goes smoothly and effectively.
Thank you, Mr. Connor. Next is LACR, Mr. Jalil.
Nothing new this time.
Thank you. Next is Partners in Education, Mr. Eileen and Dr. Farmer.
Thank you, Dr. Cooper. Reverend Nigel and I are very engaged to the community. We're listening, we're doing our research, we're channeling concerns and comments to appropriate individuals, but most of all, letting them know we care and their opinions and concerns do not go unheard. Thank you.
Thank you. Next is Education Foundation, Mr. DePaul, Mr. Jalil.
The Education Foundation supplies teachers who often spend hundreds of dollars a year on school supplies with all sorts of materials that their kids can use. and they have the Tools for Schools program, which is going well, increasingly. This week, we had an Education Foundation Senior Honors Dinner, which was fantastic. We already talked a little bit about one of our representatives doing so well, and it was an encouraging time. We had, I don't know if it's a record, but Travis was speaking for 45 minutes to an hour and a half without stop, just like what he did a little bit here in his presentation. But it was a good experience as usual, and I think that the Education Foundation is doing a great work. Otherwise, I don't have I don't have any complaints about the Education Foundation at all. So I enjoyed them, and I wanted to read one little part. The Lynchburg Schools Foundation, the Education Foundation, aims to support and enhance the educational experiences of children within the city of Lynchburg. We strive to achieve this by providing financial resources and advocating for the advancement of the school system's goals and programs. So if you want to donate to Lynchburg City Schools, you do it through the Education Foundation.
Thank you. Next is the Student Discipline Committee. Mr. Connor.
Okay, Mr. Poe and I first I want to once again thank Mr. Poe and Mr. Barron. Once again, we've had some, I think 8:30, we were there till 8:30 Thursday night, and they're really, putting in the hours. But Mr. Poe has made a suggestion, and I totally agree with it, and I'm going to be reaching out to all of the school board members, because we need to go to city council in mass to deal with a couple issues that we really need them to hear us on. Vaping in our schools is at an epidemic level, and we really need to ask we really need to let the city council know how important we will be looking for some support in helping us get control of these vapes that are getting in our students' hands. That's one of our priorities. Other than that, I want to thank Dr. Sumner and Mr. Marshall and all the principals who bring their cases and bring them in such a way that we're looking to improve the safety and improve the academic level of our students, and that's what we're trying to do in the discipline committee.
Thank you, sir. Next is Superintendent comment, Dr. Midget.
I don't have any comments tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Next is board comment. We'll start with Dr. Farmer. No, nothing. Mr. Jalil.
Yes. I'm encouraged by the direction that LCS is going, and the CTE piece is just very encouraging. I think that we should continue to hone down on that and just support it even more than we ever have, because that's what this area is made of. There was a student who brought up collective bargaining, and there are some points that were positive that brought up, but like two sides of every coin, there is another side. And one of the things you want to always mention is that the standardizing of the salary scales can be a negative thing. Union fees must be paid, and that will reduce workers' take-home pay. It can stifle individuality by standardizing those contracts and prioritizing them in a fixated way, which gives seniority the upper hand over merit. And you might not, you might not, but there are people who stay too long in the same place, and you know that, and they're at a job they're not great at, so having these contracts are not good for them. Bargaining or negotiating a job and its benefits can cause a lot of friction between management and staff. It can be expensive and time-consuming rather than simply deciding on if what an employer offers looks good enough to you. And finally, strikes, lockouts, and unpaid work stoppages result from bargaining breakdowns. That's not a recommended way for us to go. I encourage the board to remember Autumn Bushman, who took her own life last year, and the importance of preventing bullying at LCS. And I'd also like to express my sympathy to the Dooley family. I also want to express my thankfulness that I was able to be given a tour. I believe it was with Gary Woodson and Robert Dooley of all the CTE classrooms. It was very eye-opening. It took a few hours in the day. I encourage all the board members to do that at some point, and anyone else who could set that up. Going to each classroom and just seeing the different technologies and the kids practicing what they're doing, the students practicing on with their hands, it's just a great experience, and gives you a more of a global viewpoint on what's available. So I'm thankful for that, and I'll keep that memory. Finally, please consider reporting to the public what the stakeholders of EC Glass want in a new principal. Once we have that, once the administration here has that locked down very clearly, perhaps a little report would be helpful in the transparency. I think the transparency that the people want, more than just surveys, are what they're asking for as to reasons why we do what we do. So the more clarity and the more often you share that with the public, the less gap and the less mystery and the less imagination comes into what's actually going on at LCS.
Thank you. Mr. DePaul?
Just prayers for the Dooley family.
Thank you, Mr. Paul. Let me go to Mr. Connor first. Mr. Connor?
Nothing outside of the things I've already shared.
Mr. Paul?
I just want to, continue to thank LCS staff, administration for the job that they do. Had the opportunity to go on a bus ride along last week with Mr. Marshall and transportation, and that was a nice experience. I got to see multiple different levels, all the way from the bigger kids all the way down to the little baby. There's one preschool kid. He was just staring and staring. But anyway, so that was interesting experience. Been a long time been on the school bus. So since my buddy Mr. Barron isn't here, we want to make sure that we shed the light on that we need more school bus drivers, and I know Mr. Marshall was hands-on over there working to figure out better ways that they can be more effective and different things of that nature. So to the public, keep in mind if you're looking for a job, they're looking for drivers. I'm excited about the AOAC and getting to work, and definitely be a good, strong team. I can only echo what Mr. Connor said about discipline. It's sad to see our students shooting themselves in the foot consistently, and though we can't stop it, we can make it a lot harder, for kids to get access to things that they shouldn't have, that are going to really impede their education. So we definitely need help from other folk, whether it's the police department, city council, different things of that nature. And adults shouldn't be helping contribute minors to their own destruction. That's all I have.
Thank you. Mrs. Lowry?
I'm hoping for the best for the SOL retakes, because I've been helping out at Sandusky Middle School in Paul Monroe with reviews and things, so hope all the kids do well. And also, I enjoyed helping with the CVGS symposium. That was really fun. I've done it twice, and congratulating the Honor Society students this past Sunday. Also, speaking to the workforce, I think the whole idea, because we think, oh, you have to go to college or you have to go to the workforce. The whole idea is to go through school and go into a life after graduation that provides you with a lifestyle where you can take care of yourself and, and your family if you have one, and go on and be productive in society. So as long as we achieve that for these students, whatever path they take, that's the goal. So I enjoyed being on CTE committee my first 2 years with Robbie. He will be missed, and Mr. Marshall has definitely stepped into Robbie's role on top of the responsibilities you already have. So thank you for all your hard work. And I just hope everyone has a safe summer, because school will be out by the time we meet again. And hope teachers take a much-needed, deserved vacation. So.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I just want to echo my sentiments as well for the team of workers here that do such great work. I learned a lot tonight in terms of the infrastructure, all these different programs that we have. You know, going back to a classic example, I had a young man from my church that basically went through the CVC program. Poor kid, grew up in the inner city, and he went through that program, early graduation, and then he got a scholarship over at Oklahoma State University. That's a big school. And this past Sunday, he came back. He's in his second year in the engineering program at Oklahoma State.
Very good.
So tremendous work. I'm always impressed when I see him. Very kind young man, but very, very smart. So I give a lot of credit to these programs, and I hope we can get more kids that are not inclined even to go on to graduate school or whatever. If they could just get exposed to some of these programs, it would be a tremendous thing. So just keep up the good work. I didn't realize we had such a deep infrastructure in terms of these types of CTE programs. Yeah.
Thank you. Congratulations to Dr. Midget for your from General Assembly, the 3 media reporters for shining light on Lynchburg, and all our National History Day students for their great achievement. Just to have informational items, just for public disclosure, you know, I'm under excruciating pain today, so I sat here. I've been telling the Dr. Midget, so Mrs. Lowry will chair the closed session for me, and you've kindly agreed to do that.
Yes.
Mr. Connor is out, so informational item is May 21st, 3:30 discipline data, case reviews, academic success committee, May 26th at 3:30. May 28th, 3:30 discipline data case reviews. June 4th, discipline data case reviews, 3:30. Finance and facilities, June 9th at 3:30. Next school board work session, June 9th at 5 p.m. June 11th, discipline data case reviews, 3:30. LACR, June 16th at 3:30. Next school board meeting, June 16th at 5 p.m. June 18th, discipline data case reviews, 3:30. Academic success committee, June 23rd, 3:30. And discipline data case reviews, again at 3:30 on June 26th. We're now into the closed meeting, and Mrs. Lowry will take over as chair. Okay. And you read the notice, and then we'll go into closed session here or upstairs? Upstairs. Thank you very much for doing it.
Nope. This is for a closed meeting. Okay, this is a call to order for a closed meeting, as permitted by Virginia Code 2.2-3.